Hey, cool cats and kittens. Happy Wednesday and welcome to another amazing episode of Musicians Hangout with your host, Crash Fist Fight, Villain Plays the Victim, Booty Pop Moopsie, and Life Clock, and Maxine Maxwell of the Maxwells.
Hey, friend, happy Wednesday!
Wednesday!
Hey, I hear you added Life Clock to the entourage of fans.
Yes, I know, but now it's starting to get very long. You know what I mean?
Crash is only in 80 bands. Okay, 3. Sorry, I'm exaggerating.
Three, but that's still.
Only 3.
But the funny thing is, this past weekend at my show, all the drummers that were playing that night were in like 2 or 3 bands.
Well, if you're a drummer in the city, you are. I mean, you are a hot commodity. So
Yes.
you're busy.
Everyone needs a drummer.
Everybody needs a drummer. And when they get a hold of us for drummers all the time, and I'm like, hey.
I'm like, no, I can't. I don't have time for it.
I don't live in the city, so I don't have the luxury of being able to jam with everyone. But,
Right.
I appreciate when I'm asked to join in. I'm like, hey, guys, I live out on the peninsula. And they're like, oh, I thought you were in Tacoma. I'm like, dude, if I was, I'd play with your band. Like,
Right.
so many awesome musicians in our community. Oh, my
Yes,
God.
yes.
And speaking of awesome musicians, we have some freaking amazing musicians with us tonight.
Tonight.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to hang out with them. All right, I will go over our mission statement and then we'll bring them to the stage. Ahem. Our mission statement here on Musicians Hangout is to be part of a revolution to create friendships with other artists and build a community network to save music. All right. So tonight, for our interviewing pleasures is Passiflora.
Laura.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, been super psyched about this interview. So go ahead and introduce yourselves and let us know what you do in your band.
Hi, hello. I'm Chelsea. I play guitar and do some of the singing in the band and some of the songwriting as well.
Yes.
And I'm Jeff. I play guitar and the other song singing stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Guitar, vocals, writing songs. He also does all the art and the recording.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Saves money.
Right?
It really does. And a lot of artists are also musicians. So,
Yes.
like the worlds walk hand in hand well together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I gotta say, because I have, your little EPs, and I just love them. You did a really good job on the recording.
Thank you. That means a lot. It really does. They're the 2 recordings I'm most proud of. So
Yay!
I have it in my car on repeat. Like I'll listen to one album for like a few days just straight, and then I'll switch it to the other one
That's
straight.
awesome.
I'm
That's
gonna
awesome.
have to like put it on my computer and then just put them both on one disc.
I write both together. It's more of like a full length experience, whereas you're kind of confused a little with the length of the other one, it feels like. But yeah.
We've talked at some point we might do like vinyl where one's on one side and the other on the
Oh yeah.
Split vinyl release with ourselves.
One day.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. So, how'd you guys get the name Passiflora?
I do landscaping, and so I was at a client's house one time, and this lady came out and she wanted to show me her favorite flower, and it was a Passiflora, and it has another name attached to it.
Passion flower.
But
That's
passion
fruit flower, yeah.
And for that, but I just thought it was such a unique name. There are other bands, like there's a Colombian band and some South American bands that are named Passiflora, but when it comes down to the punk sphere, it's kind of the only one. And it was I don't know, just a unique kind of fun, different band name.
We made a list of maybe like 5 candidates, and then had people tell us what their
What they
favorite ones
liked
were,
and
I think that was the winner.
Oh, okay, that's smart.
I like that, doing like a little poll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah. Kind of gives your fans a say in it too. That's fun when you're like, I helped.
Yeah.
Fan slash family and friends. But yeah.
Fair enough.
You're starting
And
out,
your
That is
fans,
also
they have to be your fans.
Yeah,
Mhm.
built-in fans. Yeah.
they're required.
So you might have mentioned it, but I was in the comments saying hi to everybody. Did you tell us how long you guys have been established as a band?
So, I mean, her and I started playing music together right before COVID really hit. And we
Okay,
continued
Right before we got
Oh.
together for the first time.
literally just
Yeah.
before it. And we also went to like, it was a Heck Yes show, I think, right? Like the
Yeah,
day before they locked everything down and everything. So
Nah.
we started that, and then
And it's maybe we're saying, so like we didn't really know each other before the
Right.
project.
to preface this a little bit, her band Filthy Traders and my other band Cosgrove played a show together, and that's how we met initially. I just remember being super impressed and thinking that I wanted to be in a band.
Yeah,
with
he's
her,
like, do you want to like jam
Yeah,
sometime?
we
So we met. We started playing covers. Yeah, right before COVID, and then as COVID was ending, picked it back up.
And actually got band members. So initially we
That's cool.
recorded a demo, which ended up being our first 7-song album, and that was just Chelsea and I.
Mostly Jeff.
I did drums and guitar and bass on that album.
Whoa.
And we did it to recruit band members initially was the idea, but we ended up kind of getting people that we didn't even use the recording to get. So it was kind of fun. And the recording, I thought I was proud enough of it to actually have it as a release. So once we started playing in January of 2023 live.
Yeah.
And
released the album.
And
right
released the album
show.
at our first show. So we had material right off the bat. And
Nice. People love that.
Yeah.
yes. And somebody can listen to it, and then it's easy for them to book you too. Like when you don't have any music, they're really taking a gamble. Even if you have credibility from another band. So
yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. They appreciate when they can hear something, see something, if they can look you up. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, sweet.
Yeah.
So what shows do you guys got coming up?
We are playing this Saturday at a house party at the Martha's Vineyard in the University District. Should be fun, pretty awesome.
That will be fun.
Yes. And then we're playing in Everett. What day is it? November 22nd.
At Lucky Dime.
Yeah, with Lucky Dime with Kids on Fire and
Well Adjusted.
That's
going to be a kick-ass show.
Yeah,
I love Well Adjusted.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
That will be really fun.
Yeah.
And then we're music video.
Yeah.
We have the house show Saturday, and then bright and early Sunday
morning.
We're meeting up at our drummer's parents' house to film a music video for our song "Stop and Think."
Nice.
So cool. Who's filming?
We are. We do everything. It's just kind of a goofy, fun, silly video.
Jeff has a great storyline. It's going to be very silly.
Yeah,
that's fabulous. And with our technology that we have today, if we can do that ourselves, why not? I mean,
it takes a little bit of time and learning, and you have to be willing to do everything yourself.
The editing.
Especially these days. This time of these day and ages, you have to do everything.
You do.
Yeah, I'm not expecting anyone to be like, "Hey, I'll finance stuff for you," because that's not a thing.
Yeah.
So at least not for me.
Yeah. Not yet.
Got to do it ourselves. Yes.
That would be cool. Hint out there, people.
Yeah. Just putting it out there.
Any sponsors?
Yeah. That would be cool. I mean, we'll have some friends probably hold cell phones.
That's the extent of our
Well, our
technology.
camera phones are freaking amazing anymore.
They are though. You got 4K, like they're just they're great.
Yeah, Atrocity Drill, they did their song, was it Fuck Yourself, with their cell phone, the entire thing, and it turned out amazing.
I didn't realize that was on cell phones. It's a cool
Yeah, more and more people are doing that, and even independent like film people for stuff. I mean, it's just the technology's so easy now, and there's so many free apps and things that you can do fun effects and things with. So
we did our we have another music video out for another one of the songs on the newer album, and we just cell phones and our bassist like downstairs,
just a bunch of friends,
and we're just playing and it came out really cool. People look like they're having fun even though it's like 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning. But it's cool, like what you can do with very little resources, but time,
time is really all
and
it
talent.
is.
And pretty good at that stuff.
Right, yeah.
You have to have a little bit of talent to be able to edit. Like if you're doing any editing, it takes a lot of time. It's tedious. I know that.
I was going to say probably a lot of self-control, because I would be over in like 5 minutes. Like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
There's little tricks, like just watching videos that you think hit the best, like when you see a band that has a video that's fun and try to match its energy or try to match its, frame rate of cuts, like just little things like that is really, fake it till you make it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. If you like it and it looks cool, that's all you can hope for.
Yeah, you lost me at like frame rate. I don't know anything about that. Like,
so we edited one of our videos. Mr. Red is edited by us, and we had to learn a lot of and this was a few years ago, so the technologies has gotten better definitely since we've edited that, but I learned a lot through that process, and I also learned that I didn't want to have to do it myself. But like I said, it was a while ago. It's probably gotten better.
Yeah, it's better to have something than nothing. And if you're not, if you can't afford it, and that's the thing, people charge a lot of money to do. You can learn to do yourself. It's just, again, time.
Not to discredit the people that are do that professionally and should be paid that much.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh heck yeah, we love our friends that are able to do that. I have a really great producer, and we know a lot of really awesome producers who are also musicians in the scene that try to help out musicians with their projects while still making enough to have food on their tables, obviously, but definitely being gracious about it. Like I gotta say, like some of the projects that I've heard about and seen, and to hear like how it was worked out with the payment and stuff has been pretty amazing. Like our community is pretty awesome. If you can't edit yourself, there are options out there.
And a lot of the punk rock scene is affordable too in ways, like some of their friends and people if you know the right people and you can network right, sometimes it's who you know and not what you know when it comes down to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very fortunate to be part of a really cool community for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's talk about your guys' inspirations. Like, who inspires you as a musician?
Who inspires you, Chelsea?
You do, Jeff.
We inspire each other. It's just nice.
Please go.
Oh, well, I would say for me, at least in this band, it's 90s alt punk in general. Like, I could probably wrap it up in one album. The soundtrack to the motion picture Angus has probably
I love that movie.
The best a collection of bands of what I would want our band to kind of like give people that same feeling. Like I want people to feel like I did when I was discovering that alt punk kind of style of music that really opened the door into the more broader spectrum of punk rock and metal and things of that nature. yeah, I guess that's.
Yeah, I think like, yeah, keeping it specific to this band makes sense here. Like when we started getting together, we covered a lot of songs from that era.
Cool.
Lush, Lady Killers, yeah, a few
Weezer stuff, yeah, and like the influences then too, like like the Muffs and Ash and early Green Day and stuff are really what drove me to enjoy playing music, like to really dive in, and the energy, it was so much fun. So yeah, try to give back the same
Right.
And yeah, I think this project's inspired by like that kind of era, and we get that a lot. Like, you remind me of the '90s, and we're like, oh yeah, because we're old.
Yes.
But also kind of, I don't know how to. You'd probably say it better, but like, it's not overly serious, like the content, and,
right?
And
it's stories, I would say. Like for us, it's like you can have relatable, interesting stories about things that you've experienced, or maybe about a friend that is no longer around that didn't get to tell their story, or whatever it happens to be. And it's kind of a way of doing things that is more inclusive, I guess. It feels in a broader spectrum of people and less divisive, and more just, hopefully broadly relatable, because you can pull from those experiences and then you relate to them how you see it or how you interpret the song.
Yeah, because you guys do a song, and I believe it is on a few inches shy.
Yeah.
And you guys mentioned Greg Gibson.
Yes, I do mention Greg Gibson. It's funny that you caught that. Not many people catch that.
I didn't.
Yeah, and like, I caught it, and I was like, oh, they got Gibby, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a list of people that died. At the end of that song is what it comes down. It's like our content's not always the most uplifting, but I'm hoping that we're presenting it in a fun.
No, but I mean, it's kind of also like you're paying tribute to those people too.
Right.
So, no, I caught that, and I was like, yeah.
You were just talking about him recently, in fact, so that's really cool that he was mentioned.
Yeah.
And art doesn't have to be, beautiful. It doesn't have to be uplifting. It can be, sad and ugly, and it touches us in the same ways, like it helps us process. So.
Yeah, because somebody out there is relating to the feelings that you are having at that moment.
Yeah.
That's what you can hope for when you're writing music of any sort. I would hope that, like relatability and someone finding something, even if it's just one person, something that they can pull from it that hopefully benefits them emotionally or just in their life in general. So,
well, and when it comes from a place like that, from a writer, your audience will feel it. Will definitely be able to feel that from it when it's real.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. So stories you were mentioning, earlier that you've had some stories. Tell us some stories.
Yeah, we like stories.
Yeah, about your shows or anything from the scene that's
things that have crazy things that have happened.
I think that the all ages scene coming out of COVID has been amazing. I think that the venues in Seattle, the greater Seattle area, have really stepped it up and have embraced a whole new wave of bands that are youthful and energetic and willing to have fun and be unifying. It's been a really awesome time coming out of the lockdowns and all of that stuff. Just being able to see those kids that were, 15. Imagine you're like 13 to 15 and you're stuck in your house the whole and then you get to play music and go see shows, and the world's open for you. So that's really the biggest, one of the biggest takeaways playing in this band is the all ages and the fun and the passion, that's in the scene right now. It just feels
man, kid fans are the best.
Yeah.
Getting to see you know, the grown-ups playing, or even fairies playing and being inspired by
I
them.
was just gonna
And, like,
say being inspired, like, and
yeah.
you can literally see the inspiration coming over them.
Oh yeah, they get so stoked, man. Like, especially like little girls watching the girl drummers, you know, like that's what I relate with, because that's what I do. So I mean, they get just so jazzed up, like, and they have energy. They dance. They
Yeah,
sing.
they do. They point at me and go, "Look at that old sweaty guy on stage." And they can keep going.
Awesome.
We played at Punks in the Woods this year.
Oh, that was
Oh my
Nice.
I think probably like the best example of that. Yeah, like mostly younger kids.
And just surprising, like we had never played Punks in the Woods or anything like that, and like I had heard that it's decent turnout and stuff, but when we got out there, it was something else. It was pretty awesome.
Sweet.
Awesome, yeah.
People just being themselves and enjoying live music, and the other bands were super cool and all very unique, which was really refreshing. So
very broad styles.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I love that. I don't want to go to concerts that sound the same, you know, like having a little taste of everything is fun.
Yeah, and
I will say I went this last Slipknot show where Corey's son played, and his son's name was God, I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's like Verve or something like that.
I'll look it up because I can't remember either.
And even the band in between them, you couldn't tell who was playing unless you looked at the band, because they all
is his name Griffin?
Sounded the same.
Griffin Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
What's the name of his band?
Oh, sorry. I thought you just wanted his name. I forgot. I forgot to look that up too.
I know his name.
Good job, algorithm. It picked it up for me.
It begins with a B.
Vended.
Verb, vended, same thing, you know.
Never heard of it. But yeah. Was it good? Or was it just
it was a great show, don't get me wrong. But when you can't really tell what band is what. You know,
if you close your eyes and turn around, it could be any of the bands.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned after she saw them. Like, everybody sounded the same. I wasn't at that concert, but I've heard similar. Yeah, really good music, but like, no change up.
The support in the scene, like the local scene for broad spectrum music, seems really good too. Like,
huge.
Yeah, we play a band that's like a surf rock band or something, like totally not aggressive or distorted and whatnot, and then everyone's getting the same love at these shows that with a broad spectrum of So
well, Moosey, like we have a broad spectrum just in our set list. We cover every single genre.
So, by the way, awesome band. I've seen that when we played with Filthy Traders, and that was that was a treat.
It
was awesome. Yes,
I love your expressions too. I love watching you play.
Thank you. My stupid drum face.
No, it's perfect. It makes it fun to watch.
That's awesome.
Maxine, she has to sing, so
I try to be really expressive too. I look above the crowd a lot though, and I try to draw them into me.
Oh no, I remember your looks too. You're that I love it. I
really get into it too. Yeah.
I can't believe you can actually see the crowd, because when I look out, I just see like silhouettes.
I'm pretending that I do. In fact, I remember a friend of mine had come to my concert, and I didn't know she was there, but she was like right up front practically. And then I ran into her later after I like packed up and another band was on stage, and I'm like, "You're here." And she's like, "Yeah, you were looking right at me." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I can't see. I'm pretending to look at you, but I'm really like just looking out there trying to make it look like I'm looking at you.
Like trying to see when you have a spotlight right in your face.
Yeah, right?
Or it's not even one. You have like 15 spotlights just shining down on you in the heat. And
Well, it's in your eyes, and you want to like make your audience like feel like you see them, like you're part of the whole connection. And when you can't see them, it is frustrating, but I fake it to make it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I sometimes think that's why bands will wear sunglasses on stage. You know, appear not only to be looking at you, but also aren't getting blinded by the
right. Yes. Uh-huh.
Jack always talked about the awkward eyes.
Yeah.
Well, we all have our faces, right? Like, drummer face is pretty
stupid well. It's not drummer face. It's always stupid drummer face.
Oh, I know.
Because it's always like.
I have ugly singing face. It's all right. I'm like in every picture.
I have the drummer and singing face at the same time. Yeah. Guitarists, y'all always look good. So.
Oh, well, thank you.
You've seen the meme though, right? Where you can like replace people's soloing's guitar with slugs, right?
Oh yeah.
Like the expression.
Yeah.
You're holding the slug.
Yeah.
I love that. I've been slugging.
Yeah. The pictures of her holding the slug is pretty hilarious, actually.
Photoshop a slug in. For my
yes. That's awesome. Oh my God. So I don't know. You guys probably know Angie Megan. She is in Kitty Junk and has been, you know,
Atrocity Girl
as well. So she has beautiful drummer face. She always looks good. Like
I know.
Beautiful hair. You know.
I just want to know, like, how do you make your face have beautiful drummer face at all the time? Ooh.
Some people
I think it has to do with her awesome hair. Like I think it's like
you're just distracted by her glorious locks.
Right.
Yeah. I like totally trip people out. I went as Morticia the last time I played because it was a costume party and no one knew who I was when I put the wig on. It was hilarious. Like you guys know Ticker, right? I was right beside Ticker and I was introducing myself to Charlie Drown because I was just meeting her in person. We follow each other online, but I wanted to like meet her in person before I went on stage. And I introduced myself as Maxine. I'm in the Maxwells. And Ticker was right beside me and was like, "No, you're not. Like, who are you?" And then I had other people come to meet me at the show, and I'm blonde. So they're looking around for me, blonde, and finally they figure out that I'm wearing a wig and I'm Morticia for the night. Oh, it was so hilarious to trip people out like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Some were like, "Did you dye your hair?" I'm like, "No. Oh no."
One of these days I'm gonna wear my just purple wig.
Oh, your purple wig is so pretty.
I gotta brush that out. It's looking like a rat's nest.
That's what happened in my Morticia wig. It's cheap, so it looks terrible. And when people were like, "Oh, did you dye your hair?" I'm like, "No, this looks so bad." Like it's all frizzy and tangled. Like my real hair, thankfully, doesn't look that bad.
Right.
For the music video Sunday, I have a like 50s style wig, so it's short, but it's like
got almost like the lump. Like,
the beehive kind of.
But it's like
it's like kind of auburny. It's
I know what you mean. No, like the weird bump. Yeah.
Oh, got it. But that's so cute.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. You'll have to let it.
Oh yes, can't wait to see it.
I put it on my God. Like I think you need to like style it.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's fine. It's fine.
Just
we're going for silly anyway. I'm going to be dressed like the dad from Back to the Future. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Oh, nice.
Hilarious.
McFly.
You got to have fun with it, man. Like, if you're not having fun, you're not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah. Wasn't his name George McFly?
Yes, it was, actually.
I love Crispin Glover. I think he's a fantastic actor.
A very unique dude, for sure.
He is a weirdo. We'll say that. Very odd guy.
But yeah, he was great, and Back to the Future was awesome. Like, what a great movie in general.
Man,
Yes.
all of those movies, so great. Oh man. Yep, some of the faves.
Shout out to Michael J. Fox.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
always.
You know,
Yes,
Always.
I
definitely.
recently saw an interview with him, and yeah, he was looking pretty rough.
Oh, I know, right? It's so sad.
Yeah, he had like zero control over his body at all. Was having a really hard time just trying to like talk.
Yeah.
So
Seeing idols like that in the industry, acting industry, but artist industry is what I mean. Really reminds me to keep persevering and enjoying the time that I have now with my art, because you don't know what the future holds. So embrace it and do what you can with it. Definitely.
Absolutely.
yes, and we're all getting older, so take care of your bodies.
I just turned 67. I know what you're talking about.
I am 121 and looking forward to my next birthday.
You look great.
I'm saying.
Thank you.
I'm like 15,000 years old.
I'm halfway there.
Maxine, I wanted to ask, where on the peninsula do you live? Because we're both from out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in Squim.
Oh,
right between our towns. I'm from Port Angeles originally, and she's from Port Townsend.
Oh my God, you
guys! Oh, that's hilarious.
It's kind of funny too, because we had crossed paths at other shows and things of that nature throughout the years, and just never actually met. It was really interesting, especially being in a small town or the peninsula. You both
look very familiar to me, and I wonder if it's, because of that, or also like both industries, perhaps, like.
Possibly. We've been doing it for a long time too in other bands, like 1998 is when I started playing in punk bands. So I mean,
I'm originally from North Dakota and I moved out here 16 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But within that time, I'm sure that we've crossed paths. I mean,
Probably.
If you still have connections out here, like it's a small area.
It is, and definitely have mutual people we've met and talked.
Sure, yeah.
Especially tied in through the music scene and whatnot. So
definitely.
Okay. So odd thing, my family is one of the founders of Squim.
What? Rad.
Yes, I was going to mention that. So connections to Squim and Townsend. Yeah.
I have a funny Squim story. When I was in high school, there was all this buzz about this really cool house party in Squim because I was in Port Townsend, and it was like, really, I was so excited to get invited, and I was like, okay, we're going, and we got there, and it was just like a trailer in a field.
Oh my God, yes.
It was awesome.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
It does. Yes, it absolutely does. And I've probably been there.
Right.
There was this.
I know that guy.
Building in Squim. Is that still there? Was like a house that was like almost like a castle in Squim. It had like a.
Oh, that one's out. It's Trollhaven. We have pictures.
Yeah, we have pictures.
We've played
there.
Oh my gosh, we
years and years ago.
Like a photo shoot out there.
Yeah, we did a whole photo shoot out there.
Still there. And it was a residence. Then it became like an Airbnb. Okay. It might still be an Airbnb. It's definitely a venue that you can rent out for weddings. Might still have some of the sections of the property part of their Airbnb, but that place is so bitchin'.
It is, and even the fence along the way is just awesome.
Oh my God, it's so cool. That place is awesome.
Like each post is something completely different.
Well, and there's some other mansions in the area. That place is just so odd too, because it's these mansions, but also like these smaller residents that are a little less extravagant, I'll say. It's like a Mod Podge of different houses and different.
I was gonna say statuses in life.
Yeah, I was trying to
stations, different stations in life. Like you got the trailer next door
There's
to
trailer
the
house and
mansion
then
that's
Neptune
next door to
Castle.
like the one level house next to this farm.
Right. Yeah.
That's
So you
next
say
to the
a
beach.
science field and yeah.
Okay, so here we are right outside the Dragon's Gate at the Troll Haven.
Nice.
Yes.
Have you gone into the property to see that? Because you can, it's like over by the garden, I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, I was there in the middle of the night, so I didn't really get to see much.
Oh, you got to go back and see it in its full glory. Like there is
Yeah.
Troll Haven behind us.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's actually a different. There's a different place that I'm actually thinking of.
A different
But anyway,
castle.
yeah, it was a house. It was like a castle-like style house with like almost like a rampart like
In Squim.
tower in Squim, and we played.
I know which one you're talking about. It's still there.
And it was
someone
insane.
purchased it and has like totally redone it and made it look like more medieval.
Okay, yeah, because it had
Probably
giant
looked a
doors
bit
on the.
I want to say southwestern before, and now it's like more medieval looking, steampunk.
Nice.
Yeah, I know which one you mean.
Yeah.
I went all the way to Trollhaven, over by like towards.
Dude, if I had the castle looking house, I would make it look like Dracula, live there for sure. Just having like gargoyles and just like these big torches outside.
I mean, you got to have some gargoyles.
And bats, just kind of
property. You should have.
Make sure there's spider web hanging down and.
Well, and there's a few castles in the area. A couple that come to mind are in Port Townsend.
There's the castle in Port Townsend.
That one, and then there's the Alexander's castle that's out at the Fort Worden.
Oh yeah.
I stayed in that castle.
Really?
Ooh.
That one of those haunted places?
Yes, very.
Yeah.
Everything in Port Townsend's haunted.
Super fun. Yes, love it.
Awesome.
Ghost
cool
experiences. The night we stayed, loved every minute of it. Yep. Oh yeah, that place is pretty cool. Really interesting story too. Like it's not a traditional castle. It was built there to resemble a castle for somebody high ranking in the military. It's not coming to mind right now, but they built it there for their wife, I'm sure.
I was gonna say their wife, right? I remember this story now.
Yes.
Yes, I remember this story.
We did this whole haunted tour when we were all on shutdown in 2020 for Halloween. We went out and we like researched all of these different areas on the peninsula to go and do like this documentary.
Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do? It's
right.
Everything's closed down.
Yeah, it was super fun. The restaurant that was out at Fort Worden was open. We were able to eat, get drinks there. I think they're totally gone now. I don't think that they're operational anymore. Yeah, so at least we got to enjoy them. What a great place,
Mm-hmm.
I can literally hear Miss Batson just like going to town out there.
A diva. She's being so dramatic. I know. She was over here, and I thought she was going to make her appearance, and then she like hurried away. Oh, here she comes. She knows about her. She's like, "Oh yeah,
I'll show you an appearance."
Right?
Her little sassy tail.
She is so sassy.
Yes, there she is.
Hey, kitty.
In all her glory.
Oh, so cute.
Good evening, Miss Bats. And how is your night going?
So she's 17 this year, guys. Like,
wow.
She's got, I don't know, she looks great.
Spunky.
Yeah. She's very spunky for, I guess she's in cat years, like 92 or something like that.
A little older than me.
Yeah, Adder was, so my cat passed away Saturday. He was like 16 though, 16, 17.
Oh, my
friend.
So
I mean, what are you gonna do? Animals don't live forever. And like you said, like Adder was like 92 in cat years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was fat and sassy and lived his happy fat life,
Man,
fat
he
cat
lived
life
his
to the
best
very
life.
end. Yeah, he really did.
But you made sure that he was definitely spoiled and taken care of, and
Yes.
your kitty was well loved.
Yes.
Crash, do you still have your spider?
I have. So I've recently, a sad thing, I recently lost 2 of my tarantulas,
Oh.
but I still have 7 of them.
When you say
And-
lost, you don't mean like misplaced them in the house and you don't know where they're at.
No, I mean they are unalived. No. Although there was an incident
Oh no. No.
which
Oh,
kind of
that's right.
caused one of my both of my tarantulas to be unalived. My cat
Oh no.
likes to sleep in my windowsill, and he kept falling out. And I thought my TV was far enough to protect my tarantulas. He would just like fall behind the TV. But all the rattling had moved the tarantulas up closer to the edge of this table that they're on. And he fell off again one night, and the whole tower of tarantulas came crashing down. One of the enclosures popped open, and I had a tarantula loose in my bedroom for a minute.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But
Surreal,
thank
man.
God I had a coconut and got her in. And then it happened again, and unfortunately, that's what unalived her.
Oh.
Oh,
So, cheers to you, Charo.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to the tarantula.
And little
cheers.
Queena.
Yeah,
Queena
cat.
didn't make it either. She was tiny.
Man, I didn't know how intense ownership of tarantulas was until Crash took up the hobby back
The
in 20.
hobby.
We all took on our extra hobbies back then to keep our minds occupied.
Yeah.
Mine just
Tarantulas.
got really creepy and weird, like.
I've learned so much about tarantulas, and I share that. So I'm a teacher, and I was talking about the coffee mug I made you today because I'm
Yes.
teaching, demonstrating how to make coffee mugs, and I'm like, well, and last year I put a spider here on the handle for my friend who raises tarantulas. And kids were like, you're a mix of like, wow, and oh my God.
Yeah, I get a whole lot of no's. But it's like, I used to be like that too, and still until I started watching actual like tarantula feeding videos. And like just the takedowns was like, oh my God. And then you start to learn more. I started watching like channels like Exotic Layers channel and Dark Den channel, and they actually explain about tarantulas and their behaviors and stuff like that. And the more I got educated, the less frightening I saw them.
Yeah.
And now I see them as absolutely adorable. And feeding them is like my favorite part. Like,
Some of
I
them are
can't
cute,
wait. Like,
like,
is it time to feed you guys? Has it been 2 weeks? Like, so my problem is overfeeding my tarantulas. Because it's so much fun.
like,
That's
yeah,
cool though
little
that you were able
chunky
to
tarantulas.
get
And you
over
can't just have one tarantula. That's just ridiculous. I don't.
That's like tattoos. You got to have like multiple tarantulas.
Yes. And I also have 2 scorpions that I didn't really want, but it kind of came with like
She
a
didn't. She didn't
tarantula
want the
set.
scorpion. I remember
You
the
got
day she
3
did the scorpion
scorpions
was
with a
like,
tarantula you bought? Is that what you just said?
So I bought 2 tarantulas, and the scorpions kind of came as like an extra, like, because you always get freebies
Why not, right?
when you buy from breeders, and they're like, hey, here's a couple scorpions for you
Oh,
too.
extra scorpion in there. Let's do this. Yeah.
well, and they are totally different to take care of. I remember that was really challenging.
Yes,
Tarantulas
I have one scorpion that I've had him for over a year now, and it still has not eaten for me.
Really? He
Yes.
still hasn't
Yeah.
eaten?
Bruiser has not eaten with me.
Oh my
Wow.
God, you were so worried about him.
Michael,
Like, whatever.
Michael, I know, because he's all like, hey, hey, hey. So I
I did
called
not
him
know
Bruiser
you had
because he's just got this, I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your. And then at my other scorpion, Michael, he's just kind of like, huh? Oh, what? Me? So, but Michael's actually the one that will like take down and eat and like, hey, look what I got. I got this worm. I'm gonna eat it. And but Bruiser, he runs away from it and hides.
Oh.
So weird.
Like completely opposite from their names.
Oh,
It's just
right.
crazy.
That's how it goes too. It definitely, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had high hopes for Bruiser.
Oh, I'll never forget when she got those scorpions because yeah, she was like sending me pictures and I'm like, "What are you doing now? I don't know about this." She's like, "I didn't want them." She even tried to like reach out to others like, "Does anybody want some scorpions?" Like
Yeah,
other breeders and such, and they were like, "No, we have too many." I'm like, "Who has too many
You
scorpions?"
should just put like your band sticker on the back of them and sell them at shows.
but I kind of got accustomed to him now.
Now she's used to them. Oh man.
Hold on, something is going weird. I'm gonna come back in a second.
Okay, we'll see you when you come back, friend.
Okay.
There's that technical thing I talked about
Hey.
earlier.
We made it a ways without technical problems.
We did. We made it so long, yes. In fact, we're coming up on just a little over 10 minutes. So let's talk a little bit about where you guys would like to play. So where's a dream venue that you would like to play? It can be anywhere.
That's a good question. What do you think?
I mean, Showbox would be
Showbox would be awesome,
amazing.
yeah.
In the market one day.
Oh my God, that would be so good.
Bang. Okay.
Welcome back, friend.
That didn't take but just a second. No, because I'm on my phone and somebody tried to call me via Messenger.
Oh.
It put you on like the phone speaker instead of like speaker, if that makes sense.
Yes. It tried to come in and then it bumped us over there.
Yes.
Yep. How dare they try to contact you while you're on Musicians Hangout? Come on, guys.
I had that scammer try to call me on Facebook at 5 a.m. this morning.
Oh, no.
I'm like driving to work, right? And here comes this phone call, and I'm like, who in the hell is calling me at 5 a.m. in that damn morning?
Someone not in this time zone, I bet.
No, it was Texas that they were from. And then they messaged me, why are you ignoring me?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
It's 5 a.m.
Come on, man. They're Central Time, so it was a couple hours. It was like 7 for them, you know.
Right.
Still a shit time.
Right.
Who calls at 7 a.m.?
Right.
You're calling me at 7 a.m. It better be a fucking emergency.
Yeah, like 8 a.m., you're pushing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like to get calls at my cafe at 8 a.m.
Okay, full confessions. I will text my best friends when I know they're up.
Texting's different.
That's different.
I know they're awake at like 5, so maybe I'll send them a text at like 5:30, 6, but I will not call you. I will not call you unless it is a fucking emergency.
Yeah, like that's different. Texting is completely different.
All right, my friends. So while you were away for just that like 0.5 seconds, I did ask them what their dream venue would be, and Chelsea shared Showbox.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which one? Market or Soto?
Market.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the better one, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Does
not that I
anybody,
turned down
does
the
the
other.
Soda one like still even exist?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, does anybody play there?
We haven't. So,
I'm like,
other people I'm sure do.
Yeah, I think they're doing shows. I think there were a few that I wanted to go to recently that I didn't make. So yeah, it's just the market's better. I think.
I agree.
Where would you play?
Yeah.
I wish I could rewind time, and I would play at the Rock Candy. That's what I would do. But I can't rewind time, so I don't really have a. I mean, Gilman Street would be cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, what is the Rock Candy nowadays?
Well, it doesn't exist anymore. The building, I think, is completely gone. So back in the day, there was off-ramp,
I
which is
didn't know that like the
horizontal,
building is gone.
and the Rock Candy was right next to the off-ramp back in the day.
Yes.
We're an all-ages punk rock venue, and we would leave Port Angeles on like a Wednesday night, like a school night, and our parents would drop us off. Not my parents, my friends' parents, and we would go and see, like Voodoo Glow Skulls and Zeke and these bands, and then Wednesday night, and then we'd get picked up at the ferry and taken back, and we're at school.
So, and for those of you who don't know what the off ramp was, that is now El Corazon.
Yes.
Heard that, yeah.
It's been a long time, and but that venue was the coolest Seattle venue I've ever gotten to experience. Stage height was awesome. Amazing.
I got to go because it was a 21 and over venue. I had a fake ID in high school, so that's how I got to go.
Nice.
I can say that now because
right. It's been a couple of years since you've turned 21.
Right.
But like 3, right? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. It has
4, maybe.
4, right.
Really?
Not 4, definitely not. 3.5 at most.
Yeah.
Less than 6.
For sure.
How about you guys? Do you have a dream venue or like a favorite venue?
I do. I want to play the Gorge someday. I do.
I want to play Red Rocks.
Yes.
Oh yes, Colorado.
Yes, I was born in Colorado, so I am very partial to, and taking field trips out to Red Rocks Amphitheater. It was just like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Like, it's just beautiful out there.
Yeah, I didn't see a show there, but I did like walk into it and look around. I was like, damn. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Did you ever do the
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, did you ever do the incline? And I think it's the Colorado Springs, like the stairs that just go up.
Oh yes, I've done that. We did Cave of the Winds.
Okay.
But yeah, we've done it all.
I'll never forget. We like Spice Groups started, but we had to give up because we were flying out that day, and like the time it takes you to get down is like at least twice as long. So
because it's just so like
it's so steep. Yeah. You have to go around to go down. But yeah, it's like something unfinished business that someday in my life I'll want to check.
Yeah.
I gave up.
I'm getting tired just thinking about it. I'm winded.
I got a heights thing, so I don't know if I'd be able to. Is it pretty steep?
It is very steep.
Tall.
Yeah.
But there's stairs.
Yeah. Okay. But just as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're talking like the wall of China. Endless.
Oh.
Just goes forever.
Wow.
Probably can be seen from space.
Almost like
yeah.
We did a hike out here at Lake Crescent Pyramid Peak. That was terrible.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We
That's
were going
right.
to go out to Lake Angeles, and then the group we were going with were like, wait, change of plans. We're going to go to Pyramid Peak. And I'm like, oh, I didn't research that one. What's it like?
Vicious.
Yeah.
It was like a 4 or something.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's a 4. And it is like it has part of the trail that isn't even there. There's that landslide area. And
Fun.
I am so afraid of heights, and it is just like gone, right? So I'm like, shit, working up the courage. And then Crash over here wearing Converse, just kind of like dashes along, like la 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 la, like nothing, just like goes. She was a
Like
rock.
just hops it like a deer.
And there's parts of the trail missing. Okay.
Like
And I'm
big
like
parts.
clinging
Just like
to the side. I'm like praying for my life. You know, I'm like,
and it's all shale. So if you step on it, you're just gonna slide down.
slide, right? And I, you know, like I'm clinging to the side. I'm starting to sink. I'm getting scared. I'm like, I'm looking at Crash on the other side, and I'm like, okay, she did it. I can do this. So somehow I ended up.
I
over
did
there.
it twice because I crossed over and all the ladies were like, how the fuck did you do that? I'm like, it's
Came
easy.
back 'cause
So then I came back and I was like, you gotta go. Just, you gotta pick up that momentum and just don't stop.
oh
Just
man,
like bang, bang, bang. And then there's like a part where you have to stop and you have like a little bit of a trail that is still there and you have this route and it's like on this really big hillside. So you're just kind of hanging there and you have like one small hop over to a safe zone. So
she
I
makes it
was,
sound really easy.
I
But
was, I
appreciate
was helping, I was helping everybody like
like
cross
explaining where
over.
to put our feet. You know, like
Awesome. Hey.
Tour guide.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to a very low key hike to a lake. That's it.
Too.
I was not going to be on top of a mountain. I wasn't going to be like clinging to the
No,
side.
and when she tells me, she's like, "Oh yeah, it's only a 1 or a 2. It's a 4 out of a 5."
We were going to a 2. It ended up being a 4. Like
Hey.
we can say we did it. You know,
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
they've had to close the trail down because that part of the trail is just gone.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we did it when we could.
Yes.
And you survived.
It's a
Right.
fun
Oh
story.
yeah.
We've survived together. We not only do, you know, podcasts together or play shows, we also survive together.
Climb mountains
Yeah.
together. Yes.
We don't die.
We love death in the face.
And sometimes when things are rough in life, I'll refer to that and be like,
Yeah.
I hiked Pyramid Peak, damn it. And I lived. Like, it's
Next on my list is Snow King.
Mm. Yeah.
Snow King or Storm King?
Storm King.
I have
That's
yet
what
to
it is.
I
Storm
haven't
King.
done Storm King because of my fear of heights. And I've heard that if I did Pyramid Peak, Storm King is way easier.
Yeah.
That's what I heard too. And I'm like, well, I heard like you have to
God
grab
damn
these
it, now I'm gonna
ropes
have
to
to do
climb
that.
up the damn mountain.
No, it's just like by the side. Like when I did it, yeah, it wasn't super intense. I'm not afraid of heights, but it sounds like if you made it through Pyramid Peak that you'd be fine. So.
I know. It's gonna get me eventually. I'll go with you someday. We'll be up there taking the pictures.
Right? Just yeah, I did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, we have 1 more minute left. So we want
Boo.
to plug where our fans can follow you and also where your next shows are so they can come watch you play.
Yeah. We are on Instagram and Facebook. I always get them mixed up.
Passiflora _ is our
Instagram.
Instagram.
And you can find everything from there, all of our links and stuff. And we are on YouTube. We have a video.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify with 2 albums. And we have a show the 9th of this month.
Yeah,
so this Saturday.
We're at Martha's Vineyard, the house show. DM us if you're interested.
Yeah, if you guys are
coming.
interested, we can make that happen. So
I might be interested in that show actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, oh man,
The house
Life
party
Clock-
will be
like
fun.
my band Life Clock will kill me because I've had shows the past few weekends. I've been busy and haven't been at band practice. Like
Oh.
that poor band, they're gonna fire me because I
Go
only
to
make
band
it to band
practice and then
practice
come.
Don't worry about it.
every
Maybe
We'll-
you
6
can talk
weeks.
them into going. You know, like
Every
let's go
6 weeks, I'll make it to band practice, and then I won't see them for another 6 weeks. And they're literally like 7 miles down the road, so there's no excuse for that. You know what I mean?
We're also
maybe you
playing.
can do a whole band night. Like you
But
can go.
it's Saturday nights is the thing, and it's like
That's yeah.
It is the thing for sure.
I want to go see my friends play shows. And
Right? Oh my goodness. Definitely. So we have a music montage coming up right before Thanksgiving.
yeah,
We'll get a hold of you guys if you want to share one of your music videos. We'd love to share it as part
Absolutely.
of the
That'd be rad.
Yeah.
maybe your new video will be done by then.
Maybe.
Probably not, but I mean, fingers crossed, but probably not. But
I love
Yes, it
y'all's
is.
montages with the videos.
That's
Those
awesome.
are
Yeah,
cool.
that's really cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
we
So
love to
as
include
always,
everyone.
the time goes by too quickly on
It
musicians.
It does.
We had a blast.
Oh,
Thank you so much for having us. This was
Yeah.
really fun.
Absolutely.
oh
We'll have
my God. Thank you so much for being on. It was so much fun.
It's fun.
Yes, absolute pleasure. Yeah, we'll have you back.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Good luck with all your shows.
Right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys around.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. It's always a pleasure. I will take us out. Let's go. All right, everybody, stay safe out there and keep rocking. We love you guys. Bye-bye.